With us is Mr. Anubhav. So to start with, my first question to you is how Gen AI is shaping India's technological and landscape and digital economy.
Right. So I think Gen AI, like a lot of the technologies that have seen the light of the day in the recent past, is very new to India, is very new to the world. But I think as India has shown in the last 5 to 10 years that we are adopting any technological intervention perhaps in the fastest possible way. Gen AI also will get adopted in a much, much more faster way. I think if you look at India's population, the diversity and the needs, where a lot of other technologies in the recent past have been very helpful, is perhaps creating access, creating transparency, and enabling connecting people to technology. Right. I think that's where generative AI will also get adopted really fast in India, and we're gonna be the leaders in generative AI in the next 5 years.
So my next question to you is how India can leverage Gen AI to address societal challenges and drive inclusive growth.
Right, that's very broad based, but an interesting question. I think, as I mentioned just now, that if you look at even the digital payments ecosystem, right, very recently, it's been an enabler for inclusive growth, right? It's taken everybody digital. It's created an access to financial access for everyone. I think generative AI will do the same. There are so many avenues where people don't have access to good care. They don't have access to access to technology. They don't have access to understanding of a lot of systems. Where generative AI would actually be very, very helpful is creating those channels, interfaces, and ecosystems where people will have a lot of access to technological interventions or healthcare or insurance, anywhere where somebody needs to understand something and they don't have a person to or an understanding of the framework. Their generative AI or things created out of generative AI should be able to create that one-on-one mapping.
So my third question to you is do you think Gen AI poses any threat to data privacy and security in India?
That's true. I think that's true for anything first of all, that's true for any technology, right? Secondly, that's true for anything that's completely machine built, right? Generative AI is one such solution that is definitely machine built. So that threat would always be there. And not just in India, but globally. I think we have heard about deep fakes and some of the other challenges. We have also had some litigations around the globe. There are, certain institutions have also started framing and punishing the culprits. I think that would continue. What we'll need is a very agile legal framework. What we'll also need is the moral compass of the larger masses to be on the right side of what is being built and how it is being built. So yes, those challenges would be there, both data privacy, both how how it hallucinates and generates the responses is also a big issue. But I think an agile legal framework, particularly the startup ecosystem, I think every stakeholder in the ecosystem has to come up and build something that's very responsible. So I think the terms related to explainable AI, responsible AI, ethical AI, they have to be internalized by all the stakeholders. That's the only way we can achieve what we want to achieve.
So my last question to you is can India become the AI capital of the world?
Of course, that's where the roadmap is. See, what do you need to become the AI capital of the world? One, you need people who can innovate, right? That we already have. You need the ecosystem that perhaps would need that innovation that we already have. You need funds, which we have. And I think the biggest enabler is finding innovative problems and finding solutions to them. The diversity of the Indian landscape is so much that everyone today is building something, right? And I think that's the most exciting part. So essentially, yes, the future looks very, very exciting.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that.